Today we will talk yacht tenders. These models are built by AB Inflatables, a shipyard that has 50 years experience. AB is one of only 2 manufacturers in the world whom is authorised directly by BRP to install the famous Rotax jet engines. And this makes us understand that we're about to observe and test quality tenders. The AB ranges from 7 to 28 feet with resin, glass or aluminium hulls, which are created for pleasure or work reasons. Everything is done within the shipyard: the mouldings, the tubulars, the rigging and the installation of the engines. The products are certified according to NMMA and CE standards. The shipyard operates in compliance with ISO 9001 certification. The ribs are exported to over 45 countries worldwide. They are built by using materials from leading companies. An example are the tubulars. They are made with Orca fabric by Penel and Filippo. ABJET 430xp is 435 centimetres long and almost 2 metres wide. It has a jet propulsion with a Rotax 142 horsepower engine. The moulding includes all the elements. The floor is wide and self-draining. The construction height was reduced to a minimum of 106 centimetres. This so it could enter the yacht hangars. It has many lockers under the seats, under the console, then in the bow, along the sides. What is surprising are the 4 seats at the stern, 2 facing forward and 2 facing the sea. At the top there are steps that facilitate boarding and disembarking. The ergonomic side-mounted throttle gives better manoeuvrability and control. It has a large bathing platform with a retractable ladder, and, as an optional, you can even ask for a sun deck at the bow. To make it similar as the mother boat, they make the tubulars, the gel coat and the upholstery of the colour you want.
This ABJET
430 weighs 500 kilograms and can carry up to 7 people. But the load is not a problem, since they equipped it with a 142 horsepower engine. It is a 4-stroke gas engine with 3 cylinders, 12 valves and electronic fuel injection.
Tutto il sistema propulsivo è di Rotax BRP.
The entire propulsion system is from Rotax BRP, and it is a very special system that, at low speeds, lets the water flow also to the sides of the propeller, so that the manoeuvrability is better.
In effetti, lo sappiamo che su un battello jet la manovrabilità è importante.
We know that a jet boat manoeuvrability is important. It's one of its main features. It turns practically on the spot, better than what a tender with an outboard engine would do. To stop the turning, you just need a stroke of the rudder, and then you give it some gas and proceed.
Non male lo scatto, eh? Questa è l'altra.
The shot forward is not bad. This is the other great feature of this tender. I want you to notice something as I slowly give it some gas. Look. The angle of incidence of the hull is correct even in this critical phase when the boat is starting to glide. We're at 10 knots of speed. I don't have to make any adjustments. I don't have to ask my guests to move on board because even by itself it sails correctly.
Not
only that, but since there are different operating modes provided, in addition to the docking that makes me manoeuvre in a very precise and gentle way, in addition to the eco that allows me to consume less fuel, we also have the skiing mode. Why? Because this boat is set up in a way that allows you to do water skiing, with 2 people sitting aft here. It's fantastic. They have found just the right arrangement of weights and the right thrust to stretch it out on the water. We are at 20 knots. The engine is at 5,000 RPM. Let's give it a little more gas.
5 nodi, 6.200 giri minuto.
25 knots, 6,200 RPM. We are cruising in the waters of the Miami Lagoon.
Adesso
Let's try it in a slalom.
anche in questa
Even in this case, no splashes hit the deck. Keep in mind that there is also a lot of wind.
mi pare che dopo questa esperienza
After this test, it takes me just a few minutes to feel secure enough to push down the throttle.
non ci sono regolazioni da fare, non ho trim, non ho flap.
There are no adjustments to be made. I have no trimming. I don't have flaps. So the merit of this easy and fast race is due to the hull and how they distributed the weights. Even as I'm passing on the waves, I don't have to adjust the rudder.
E siamo a 36.
And we're at 36 knots. 36. The ABJET 430 is a model which is 290 centimetres long and 170 centimetres wide, and is equipped with a 89 horsepower Rotax engine. The moulding is a single piece that includes the console, the sofas and everything else. It is all one block and therefore it does not come apart over the course of time and waves. The stern seat is so wide that 2 adults and a child can sit on it. Below there is a locker, which is quite rare on these vehicles. 2 more people can sit at the bow. The floor is free from obstacles and is self-draining with non-return valves. There is even a bathing platform complete with a retractable swim ladder. They equipped it with handrails mounted on the fiberglass moulding, therefore it's very solid. The cleats are foldable and also there are the towing eye bolts and the cup holders. It's complete with navigation and anchor lights, and it includes accessories like a sun awning and lights placed under the hull.
Questo è l'ABJET 290, sì, 290 centimetri di lunghezza.
This ABJET 290, yes, 290 centimetres in length, truly a toy, a small inflatable boat. To sum things up, a tender. But do you know what they powered it with? An 89 horsepower BRP Rotax engine on a 2 metres and 90 centimetres long tender.
Ma non sarà.
But is it too much? It's as fast as a missile. I'm giving it a bit of gas. We are still in the pre-planing phase at 60 knots, but if I accelerate a little more,
Una leggerissima cabrata e
there is a very slight pull and then it stretches out, 10 knots.
Ora il problema principale dei tender di questo tipo sono
Now the main concern with this type of tender are the waves, the setup, the splashes, so we need to test them out.
Allora, l'assetto
The trimming at this speed, we are now at 12 knots, is already perfect. We are hitting a few waves.
quelle di scia di una barca piuttosto
Coming from the wake of a rather large boat, the waves are very high. However, it faced them very well. There was no bumping.
Ho dato gas, adesso sono a 18 nodi, no, la velocità sta crescendo, sono a 20
I
nodi.
gave it some gas. Now I'm at 18 knots. Really, the speed is growing at 20 knots. I'm taking on the waves of a yacht that has just passed through, but I'm not forced to control the rudder. It keeps its course very well.
Sembra che abbiano fatto davvero un
It seems they have done an excellent job of balancing.
e hanno messo tutta questa potenza perché
And they put all this power because, well, I don't know, because in the end it weighs only 300 kilograms. It can carry 4 people. It has 90 horsepower. And even with a full load, they are more than enough. But maybe, just maybe, they wanted me to push down the throttle. Maximum speed 34.6 knots.
Ma non avevo mai provato un tender di questa misura, così corto, così bilanciato.
I had never tried a tender of this size, so short, so balanced and so easy control at such high speed.
Certo, dovete fare attenzione perché un mezzo così corto potrebbe essere...
Of course, you need to be careful because such a short vehicle could be a little edgy, a little sensitive, especially when in turning. So I would say it's better not to tighten the turn too much, right? Well, truthfully, I'd say you can do whatever you want.
Sembra una moto d'acqua.
It looks like a jet ski. Really, the engine and the propulsion system are those of a jet ski.
Anzi, sapete che questi motori, i Rotax di BRP, vengono utilizzati...
Surely you know that these engines, BRP's Rotax, are used in many appliances, even on aircraft. So just think about their durability and reliability.